Okay, hello. Hello. Is that even working? Yeah, time seems to be moving slow on that monitor. Early. Okay. What what to do? It's been a while. I mean, this thing has been a few days. I think the last time I streamed was on Saturday. Sunday, Monday. Okay, it's been a couple of days. It feels a lot longer. As you can see, I have been testing a few things because I had some time over the weekend, and I was thinking at how to do it. I was thinking of like, or should I say, I was thinking of all the clever ways I could refactor this, but that also means I need to be clever. So I came up with like something much simpler. Maybe right, and the goal is to sort of get it refactored. Maybe come bring down the number of lines at least. So I was testing this send request thing out. All it takes is a type, and then I can switch on the type, write what I need to on the buffer. In fact, I could also write header. Yeah, then the only thing that would be different is how you send messages. Message header for file descriptors. But I think for the rest, this should work. Okay, so let's fucking do it then. Alright, start with get registry. That's the first one. Request data, and I need, what do I need? A socket is standard POSIX.socket type. I'm thinking, can I just send the header? Header will be header. This APAC struct. Actually, instead of switching the fields, can I not just write the whole thing? Ah, but it doesn't work for strings. Okay, so I sort of do need to. Let me look at an example when there's slice of constituent bind. I think bind is an example. Not entirely sure. Oh, okay. I can just use this. Let's save our buff. Buff is 128 U8 equals undefined. writer will be equal to standard io dot writer dot fixed. Writer dot fixed. Okay, and then I can w dot write struct header and little ending. This can add a, so this would be try. Okay, and I think I'll leave this socket. I'll use this later so I can at least test it for now. Okay, and as for the rest, let's say we know to get registry, the first type is U32. So you can say w dot write int, is it? F dot fields, struct field, name and type. How can I access the field value? Right, fields value. Let me look at bind once again. Cool. Right int. Okay, I did use right int. So this will be right int f dot type. Not sure this. Then I guess little Indian. What is in struct field again? Fields declarations. What is a declaration? Station struct field. It's used for code generation. I mean, I think I'm overthinking this, but it should be. Actually, why am I even thinking about this now? Let's just put it to do here. This get registry just sends a number. I think you can do int. Let me check the documentation standard. Standard built-in type. Is it int or int? No, it's signless and widths. I guess I could just write it. Don't need to. Oh, I don't need to. Oh, I can know the type. W dot write int type of request data, and this will be a request data, and then it's always little ending. Okay, that was easy enough. I don't think I need this. Okay, I think this should be enough to test get registry. And I can copy these. Actually, just copy all of these. Socket. I need the message. I think it's just w.buffered. Turns the contents not yet drained. Let me check bind again. Okay, this thing I did use the same. Buffered message.len sendline. Okay, so that means I can now remove. Hang on, I'll copy these. Can now remove these. And then here, paste that. Can now use try send request socket header and new ID. What is new ID? Is registry find ID dot new ID. This can't be a request anymore. Message size would be thing I can make like a new function, new header. Let's call it new. Object ID 32 taken up 32 and the request will be, can I take a type? Any type? No, it should just be type. And returns header. Return object ID equals object ID. Up is up. Whoa, that's a lot of ops. And dot message size is size of header plus request type. This might need to be changed later, but I think for now this would work. Const header equals what did it need? Object ID. I forgot what the object ID was. Did I delete the header? Yes, I did. Don't think I reuse this, so it can just be header dot new display ID 1 and new 32. Display ID. That seems right. So now if I call Zig build run, which things should still work? Zig build run. Missing struct failed up. All right. And I guess in that case, kind of seems redundant now. Or I just send the display ID and the op. And then just construct the header here. Okay, I think I'm gonna get rid of this. This was this was a stupid idea. Maybe get message size. Just do header self. I mean, that seems okay. I need to put checked ID be display. The opcode is one, and then the message size. No, fuck it, I can just do it here. I don't need that. Oops. Message size is size of header plus size of type of registry ID dot new ID. I can just send header, and request data. .32. Registry header. Get registry header. Okay. See if that works. No field name, new ID. That doesn't make sense. New bind ID. What did I call it? New underscore ID. Okay, that's easy to fix. Send request. Expected 3, found 1. What am I missing? Oh yeah, because I was testing it before. 966. I think this can just go. Okay, that works. I can uncomment this later to get the window because it was much slower. So now I can, all I have to do is eliminate the rest. I think that was the easiest one. I guess you gotta start somewhere. Con. I'll handle the events later. New bind ID. I might leave bind as it is as well for now. Yeah, I think I'll leave bind as is because there's too many fields in there. I mean, to be fair, it's not that many fields. That's just the header. That's a U32, U32. It's an, this is slice of U8. All right, let's pick some of the easy ones first, and then we'll come back to bind. Maybe I can reuse this. And maybe I can fix that. Blah, 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 blah. This is fine. It should be, okay. Create surface. We should be able to replace this with a try send request socket. What is the request type for the surface? It's a header and a surface. Okay, it's pretty much just like Hang on, that looks a bit weird. And request. What else do I use this? Create surface header. Object ID is WL compositor ID. Compositor ID. This is optional new ID. Null, sorry. The message size of header plus size of U32. Yep, it only takes a surface ID. Create surface header. And then request data is surface ID, which is just a U32. That means I can get rid of that. And I can get rid of that. That should still work. No, it doesn't. Oh, I think the op is not right. Opcode is 0. Okay, now I can get rid of that. Opcode is 0. Okay, no broken pipe is a good thing. Get XDG surface. What is the request type here? It's header, new ID, and surface ID. Wonder if I can use anonymous structs. So I don't need to like create a type because I don't really need the type after. Zig lang.org. Anonymous struct. Right, so but you need to know. So it does need to have a type. What if it's any type? No idea. We'll see. So I need to repeat this. Let's go with get xdg surface header. What's the head? XDG base ID and opcode is 2. Opcode is 2. This is XDG surface ID. WM base ID. Dot new ID. Message size won't be the same. Not send request, sorry. Get XDG surface. Okay. I really don't want to create a type because that would be like so many types. Let me see what happens if I call create a no, this is get xdg surface header, and request data is struct I think hang on, didn't complain. Interesting. What if I added surface ID equals surface ID and dot new ID equals xdg surface ID. Non-com timetable field has default and initialization field. What if I just go to this? That build. I'm surprised. Although it didn't send the request. That's what I'm guessing. Okay. Can I do F type? It's a U32. And I guess it will go back to built-in type. I want to do something stupid here. I mean, not really stupid. Function writes right buffer. This would take data, any type, and a writer. Writer. Think an adder. Yeah. Question is, does it need to be a pointer? Doesn't look like it. It's an interface, so I'm guessing it should be fine. And what I was thinking was I could move this here. Type of data. And I was thinking was I could just call right of info I think I need f dot value. And then when it comes back, I think try and continue. So just recursively data. But I don't think there's such a thing called value. But I think I can figure that out. Try write buff comma request data. And this write data. Type info. Hang on. Let's. So what I need is I have the struct. So it would be data dot field. Let's have a look at the doc. Struct. Believe layout is dot at packed. It is packed, but I think we don't use a backing integer. I'm pretty sure you can do this. Can you do? This would be data dot field value field or name. No. Zig type info. Access struct field by name. Oh, there we go. Stack Overflow to the next queue. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I think this needs to be inlined. Standard debug print field input field dot name. What is input? Ah, okay. What is there such a thing? There is. Comes field access by a compile time string. Brilliant. That's what we need. So this would be field data field name. F dot, how do you get name again? Struct field, field dot name. Cool. Okay, that should work. Should work. Now I gotta send a struct. Where was I? Get xdg surface. Yeah. Only depends if this works. Let's give it a try. I think that can be expected type. So I can just pass a pointer. Right data. Will that work? No way. See if the window still comes up. That is the right test. No, it doesn't. Okay. Something is wrong, but let me undo the last few changes. Get top level. Get top level. I think it could be the order of get xdg service. It's new ID and service ID. Okay, that's why. Because when you get type info, it's the same order as the source code. I think that should work. No, that's not it. Okay, I must have missed something else. I should have let the window open. Let's bring back xdg. Shouldn't have removed it. Get xdg service. Okay. Copy that. Okay. And then fixed a couple of things. Pointer. Get xdg surface. What I want to know is if did I make a mistake before? Okay, because it could be like create surface as well. Okay, it's not create surface. That's good. That's good news. I'll leave that open because I do want to know if my window works. So I'm going to comment this out and comment these two. I'm going to fix the order of these. What is happening? dt comma. XDG surface opcode is 2. I think because the message size is not right. Plus size of U32. I mean, at this point, I might as well just create a request. Struct initialization. Default field values. Oopsie. Okay, so I can just do here. Get xtg request. New ID is U32 is equal to xtg surface. Although not really sure if this is legal. Because these values are not contime known. Okay, I think I have a better idea. I just define the type const xt get xdg. What am I calling? Surface. Request equals struct new ID is U32 and surface ID is U32. Okay. Then const get xdg request surface request is get xdg surface request. Maybe there's an improvement possible here. New ID is xdg surface ID. This ID is surface ID. I do want to check just one quick thing. Wayland xdg get xdg surface wm base. Okay, it's just xdg surface ID. I mean, if I am gonna use this xdg surface, okay, and then the size becomes size of get xdg surface request. Get rid of that. Get xtg surface request. Okay. Although, okay, that worked. Okay, not bad. So that means I can now get rid of this and that, and they should still work. Brilliant. Okay, now just to do it for like 4 more functions. Get top level. Easy. It's just a new ID. This would be get top level header. What is the object ID? XTG surface ID and opcode is 1. XTG surface ID. Is it a bind ID? It is not. Opcode is 1. Will be header plus size of view 32. Yes, it is. This will be get top level header. And then what is the new ID? Top level surface ID. And that means I can now comment that out. Let's go. That's what I like to see. Excuse me. Set title. Oh geez, this is gonna be. Because arrays have like a bit of a different role. I will come back to these. Let me do the easy ones first. Then commit surface. Prefer buffer scale when not received. I wrote that down because according to the documentation, you're supposed to get. Yeah, you guys supposed to get something. Just gonna copy that. Commit surface is easy. Commit surface header. Object ID is surface ID. Opcode is 6. And I can send that request here. This would be. Oh, what if there is no data? Okay, I think that's not a hard problem. Commit surface header. And I think this should be null. That means this can be if request data. Yes, that works. Expected both. How do you put like an optional any type? Optionals. What is any type? Is it not a type? Parameter types will be inferred when the type is called. Maybe I can just check not equals. No. Right, because the type would get inferred. Interesting. Can I just, what if I send commit surface? Yeah. Is there such a thing? I can do that in Go. Not, yeah, the unhandled request type. Okay. What is the request type there? Interesting. Standard debug print. Oh, but I can't debug print here because it's comp time. Oh, but okay, I can do, I think, compile log. I'll check that. Built-in type. What did I want to check? Oh, compile log. Compile log. It is capital L. And I want to log. Do you get anything here? No, you don't. Type of data. Type is type. What is that? Type info of that. Built-in type that. How do I check if it's that? Oh, there is no type. Is that what it's trying to say? Is there something in Zig that doesn't have a size? Type void. Void. Doesn't seem to be void. Zig optional any type. To handle optional values, need a combination of any type, and the value is not null before using it. Yeah, but see, you can't. How can you check? What is opaque? Can be a heavy reliance on any type can make blah blah blah. Interface types, not really. Don't think you can do. I mean, I understand why. Can't do optionals. What is that type? The values, primitive values, variables, integers, blah blah. There was a table of sorts. Union opaque. What is opaque? Declares a new type with an unknown but non-zero size and alignment. It can contain declarations the same as structs, unions, and enums. It's typically used for type safety when interacting with C code that does not expose struct details. Know what I need. Switch. Wow. What do they say about any type? I think there's just one mention. Types will be inferred when function is called. Use type of type info to get information about the inferred type. Maybe there's a better way than any type. Time t type, and then data is of t type. So maybe then here, can I expect time type request data of nullable t. Is that even right? Will that build? Okay, it's just a number of arguments. And then I guess I can do if request data. I guess here I don't need t. This could be any type. Okay. I mean, that does, it looks kind of wrong to me. But let's give it a go. So I guess I could make this null, and then request data would also be null. Instead, can I just do type? Is that valid? Oh no, what am I doing? Okay, I do need to specify the type. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe I just try it for the first one before. Find that out. Yeah, that's the first one. So t is u32, and then request data is that. Comment those out for now. Okay, it's just the pipe broken. But that seems to work. It feels a bit suspicious though. Alright, let's uncomment all of these. Let's come and remove this as well. And send request. This is also a U32. Type is get xdg surface request. And that's the request data. Top level service ID, so it's just that. And to be fair, I think window geometry. I just want to see if it's still the window. Okay. Can't believe that worked. So now the question is, will this work? Try send request null. What if I just provide the type? Okay, that works. Why did that work? Well, I guess, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Does it? It kind of does. It's actually quite a lot of fun. Don't need that anymore. I think I can fix this as well. Let's get a header. This would be set window geometry header. This would be set window. You know what? This is a lot of typing. Window geometry header. There you go. That makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. Window geometry header. Guessing that's how you XTG surface. Oh no, it needs the geometry as well. Can't just send that. So let's grab that. And set window geometry request say path struct with those types. I think these have default values. It's my guess. About 0. Actually, I could set default values for all of them. Window width. Height. Where was I? This one. Yep. And copy this. Window geometry request. Okay, and then this would be set window geometry request. Data would be, this can be smaller. Underscore G. It should still work. Doesn't. Broken pipe. Oh yeah, because the head is wrong. XTG surface ID opcode is 3. This is XTG surface ID. Opcode is 3. Message size is size of header plus size of set window geometry request. Okay, I think that should be all. That is. Still looks the same. Now I can get rid of this. That side is fine. Send request, that's commit surface. Don't know what to do with this yet. Acknowledge configure. Yeah, I think we can do this as well. Const config header. Can I copy that? I feel like there's more refactoring. Do you have a link to your dot files? I like your setup. I think I do. It's on my GitHub. Here. Dot files. How can I share this? Maybe restream. Okay, site's broken. Maybe you can just find me on GitHub. It's github.com/CIJIN. Yeah, that's a very old picture. Don't be surprised. You're welcome, Dave. Dave Sharma. Excuse me. Okie dokie. What was I doing? It might be, I know actually I updated the dot files recently, so it should be pretty up to date. Right, I need to acknowledge the configure here. Config header. Object ID is, I think, XDG surface ID and op is 4. XDG surface ID, op is 4. I think size of header plus size of serial. This will be send request socket. What else do I need? Type. No, I need something else before. Header. Config. Header. Serial is U32, and then you send serial. Excuse me. I think I don't need that anymore. Size of serial. Size of type of serial. I mean, I think I know it's U32. Okay, anyway. Type of serial. Okay, Windows still works. Do I use ack configure anywhere else? No, I don't. Get rid of that. What else is here? Parse capabilities. It's just an event, no request sent. Okay, perfect. Perfect. um, to do maybe sock stream writer dot drain would work here. It sends a message header. No, sure, maybe, but for now I think I'll leave it as is, because that gave me a lot of grief just to get that working. Excuse me. But it is pretty interesting though. To create a shared memory file, all you have to do is create a file here in dev/shared memory. I just copied, I think it was glibc/shm. Yeah, that's what they do as well. And I think you need a couple of flags. One of these. I think the first three. No follow, clo exec, and acmod. I don't know what they are. But yeah, that's all it takes to create a shared memory file. Okay, and what is this? Create shared memory pool. Yeah, there's a lot of borrowed code. Is this the one with the file descriptor? Yeah, this one I'm gonna leave as is for now. Note. Not exactly sure how this works. So probably refactor later. Because sending file descriptors, it's a little bit different, because what I've learned is file descriptors are process specific. I thought they were the same everywhere. Like if you opened a file in a process, file descriptor will be the same. But apparently it's not. So sharing file descriptors between processes is a bit of a different process. Right. Okay. Create shared memory pool buffer. I think this one request needs a type. City surface request const shared memory shm buffer create shm buffer request. Also a packed struct. And the width, window height, new ID. Set 0. Okay. So I need to pass the format and the new ID. You know what? I think I can put a default value for the format as well. Because according to the documentation, one of the formats, there will always be one of these. So I think I just put the default value at 0. Format is format. Okay, yeah, here. Why did I use that one? Anyway, I guess this can be RGB format. So all I need to pass is the new ID. Easy. Maybe I can copy the type. I'll copy this. I can go back down. Create shared memory pool. SGH. Create SHM pool buffer header. Object ID is WL SHM pool ID. ID, is it optional? Oh no, it's just that. And then what is the opcode? Op is 0. And this would be create SHM SHM buffer request. Yes, it is. SHM buffer request. Create as buffer request, and I think I only need to pass dot new ID is SHM buffer ID. I need try send request socket. No. Actually, I might be able to use socket stream to write, so maybe I could refactor again. That's for later. Needs a header, create SHM pool buffer header, SHM pool buffer request, and I need the type. Create SHM buffer request. Okay, I mean that seems right-ish. It isn't. Well, it is connected. What did I miss? ID offset. Yes. I just want to know if it's that. Okay, it's definitely that. Header object ID is SHM pool ID. Yep, it is. Format and new ID. Set the formats already. SHM pool buffer ID is the new ID. Is it? New ID is, yep, it is. So what is wrong? Is the opcode right? Op is 0. It is 0. Okay, so the header looks right. So it must be the request. Create SHM Hang on. I think I know. No, I don't know why. I do handle ints. Right in type of data, value, ending. Yeah. The only thing that's different here is that some of the values are in int32. They should still have the same alignment. Nothing should be different. Do I know what the error is? Wayland server disconnected. I mean, it looks right to me. Create SHM buffer request. Let me just check the doc again. SHM buffer. Create buffer. ID offset with new ID is a U32, format is a U32. Yeah, seems right. Okay, I mean, it is right because this works. Let me check the type. Create SHM buffer request. New ID offset with height format. The offset with height format. With height. Yeah, that looks right. It looks positively correct. That is weird. And the only thing I can think of is but there's no specific way. Is there a different way to write int? Write int, write struct. That is weird. Oh well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Oh, hang on, I'm missing something. No, I'm not missing anything. We'll check this tomorrow. Fix me here. Okay, that's the problem for tomorrow. I'm quite happy with that actually. I did manage to delete some code, although it's still about 1,000 lines. And I can delete some more after, and then I'll go through it again. I think there's more room for improvement. Right. Okay. Still works. And with minor refactor. Okay, let me check if it still works. It does still work. It's good. Right. Okay. I think that's a good place to stop. Just about time as well. Got 5 minutes left. All right. I think I'm gonna call it a day there. Hope you have a good one. And I shall see you back tomorrow.